Hi, back here again to talk about some dolls. I hope everyone is having a wonderful doll-a-day season now that it's basically in full swing. Whatever you celebrate, whether you celebrate it all, I just hope you're having a great week or a great month, a great year even, because we're about to be in a new one. And what an incredibly eventful year it has been. I have my annual end of the year video to record soon, and I'm really excited for that one. But hi, hello, welcome in. If you happen to be new here, this is my channel where I talk all about fashion dolls and occasionally other things that interest me, but mainly fashion dolls. And this here is a little series I like to do every now and then where I just go through new and upcoming releases and the goings-on in the doll world, interjected, with my expert insight and objectively correct opinions. Look, I know, but I didn't choose to be a Virgo. Are we born with excellent taste, or do we have excellent taste thrust upon us? It's the age-old question, much to ponder here in this doll video. I did watch Wicked a few days ago. This is apropos of nothing, I just have to talk about it because, wow, what an incredible movie. If you've seen it, please let me know. This isn't even engagement baiting, though I guess it kind of is, but I'm just so genuinely interested in talking about it. One of the most amazing cinematic experiences of my life, and I'm not even exaggerating, literally just, wow. Anyways, that was kind of the only important life update to pad this video out with. I can also take a moment to remind you that I'm streaming several days a week on this fun little app called Irium, available now on Google Play and the App Store. If you're interested in, coming to hang out with me, see my community post for more info if you're interested, and let's go ahead and get into it. So there's not a ton of stuff to talk about this time around, and like I said in the last one of these, that's pretty normal for the holiday season, especially now that we're a lot closer to Christmas. It's more about Black Friday deals or already having stuff you want on shelves for Christmas shopping. So it's a very busy time of the year for buying things, but not necessarily releasing things. Still, there are a few new things to talk about. I kind of miss Black Friday shopping. I feel like it's not nearly as fun as it used to be for various reasons, really, but that's not at all the point of this video. As always, we're starting with Barbie, and she has the most new stuff to talk about, so if nothing else, you can always count on Barbara to be booked and busy. First, we have some new Dream Besties, Ken and Daisy, and as we know, I love the Dream Besties. I knew these two have been coming for a while, and I was really interested to see the Dream Bestie take on them, especially Ken, because as we also know, I tend to be pretty critical of male dolls. And I won't say I'm disappointed, because, well, there are things I like, even if there are things I don't. Ken, I actually like way better than I thought I would. I think he's one of the cutest male dolls we've seen in a hot minute. I love his face. I love that he's not, super chiseled, as male dolls usually are, because I definitely like ones, and I prefer ones that have softer features, and he's really, really cute. He just needs a better outfit. He needs a way better outfit. The tracksuit just isn't it. That part is a little disappointing, because there's so much more they could have done. And with Daisy, it's basically the same thing. Her base doll is so cute. Cute face, cute makeup, cute hair color. The outfit is just, it's not where it needs to be, for me, personally. It's at least a more interesting design than just a tracksuit, but it's also the fact that Mattel is continuing this trend of introducing a larger body type to a lineup and opting to dress it in this sad, shapeless sack dress. Especially when Dream Besties is a perfect opportunity to give her something way more flattering, way more fashionable, way more interesting. Next, we gotta talk about the My Scene collector dolls. I promised I would in the last video, and now we have all the stock images. First thing I should mention, as of me recording this, they're all still in stock. They're on Mattel Creations. I was afraid of them being pretty difficult to buy, or that there would be a lot of pressure to just buy them as quickly as possible so you don't miss out, but that didn't happen. Yay. Honestly, I'm still on the fence about these. I still remember how disappointed I was when I first saw them, and I do think it's because I had such a specific idea in my head of what I wanted when I heard, My Scene collector dolls. And that's not necessarily Mattel's fault, but they do still just fall short in a lot of ways, I think. Like, first off, they're My Scene. They need to have a 2-outfit minimum, even in collector dolls, especially in collector dolls even. They need to be up to their knees in extra accessories, because that's what My Scene is. That's what My Scene is all about. Seeing My Scene dolls in these empty, sparsely decorated boxes with a very minimal aesthetic just feels wrong. It feels like it missed the mark of what made My Scene so special and so nostalgic. All that said, I think what we got ranges from, again, pretty disappointing to actually pretty nice. Barbie, for instance, I think looks great. She's definitely the best one of the three. Obviously, these are all based on the first wave of My Scene dolls, and hers is the only one that I think really updates her design in a very satisfying way. I feel like I could have seen this design in a lineup from 2003 or 2004, and it wouldn't even look out of place. I think she needs some lip liner, as one nitpick, but that kind of goes for all of them. Mattel has this very strange recent habit I've noticed where they don't want to print lips all the way onto the mold. Like, they're just always slightly smaller than what it looks like they should be, and they keep doing it, so I guess it's intentional, but My Scene was not the line for that. Madison is somewhere in the middle for me. I don't think she looks bad at all, but I'm really tired of seeing this butterfly top. It's also just really unimaginative to think, oh, a Y2K doll line, pull out the butterfly top. I'm just kind of over it. Hot take, maybe? I don't know. It also just looks really cheap. Everything else looks fine, though. Good, even. I think she definitely would have benefited from a jacket or something, but otherwise, I like her. And Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. So Chelsea is my favorite My Scene character. All the My Scene dolls I own are Chelsea's. Such has been the case since I was little, and her doll is definitely the one I'm most let down by. Chelsea is the designer of the group. Her whole thing is repurposing vintage fashions and fabrics, and that was always something that was really well reflected in her original dolls. And with the resources for a collector doll, there are so many places they could have taken that, and they just didn't. They didn't go anywhere with this doll. So, I don't know. I love My Scene. There's a part of me that wants to support the release, to show support for My Scene coming back at all, but I mean, that's a pretty unnecessary reason to spend money, so we'll see. I don't know. Next, Mattel recently announced they would be reproducing dolls from the Barbie and the Rockers collection in 2026, so don't get too excited yet. And it's only going to be 2 dolls from the lineup, but they're telling us this now because Barbie Club 59 members had the chance to vote on which 2 dolls it will be. Despite me being a Club 59 member, I did not get this email, and therefore did not vote, because Mattel Creations loves to vex me specifically, I guess. My personal choices would have been Dana and Dee Dee, though. I would be kind of surprised and a little disappointed if Barbie got chosen, because she's already gotten a reproduction. Though the original Barbie and the Rockers dolls aren't even, exceedingly difficult to get a hold of, so I don't see why they couldn't just do the full lineup. I don't know. Mattel Creations is Mattel Creations, but I guess I'll see you all in 2026 for an update on this. Next, I've actually talked about this one in my last video, the one over Barbie eras, or alluded to her at least, but it's a new playline Odile everyone is raving about. And honestly, I usually tend to skip over dolls like this one in these videos because they're just the very basic playline ones, and Barbie puts out so many of them, and I just honestly have so little to say about them. But this one is significant because, of course, she uses the Odile mold, and it sparked a lot of talk in the community because many are theorizing that Odile is on her way to replacing Millie is Barbie's new signature face mold. Some people are all for it. Some people want to have faith in Millie. Some people want a new face, but don't want Odile specifically. There's a lot of opinions going around. If you've been around here for any amount of time, really, then you probably already know my stance. I don't like Millie. I want her gone. I want her to immediately return to the house, pack her belongings, and go home. I would actually like to see Mattel make an all-new face for Barbie, like a completely original one. But if Odile is going to be the next one, I wouldn't be all that mad about it. I like the face mold. I think it's really cute. I think she has the it girl factor. I think it could work. What's not working are these clothes, though. Some of the ugliest outfits I've seen in my entire life. We don't just need a new face, mama. We need a whole new wardrobe. If I ever see another baggy t-shirt dress or an awkwardly placed ruffle in my life, it will be too soon. And that's all from Barbie. So on to Disney. They recently released a limited edition Ariel doll, a slightly simplified version of the exclusive doll from D23 a few months ago. She is unfortunately completely sold out. I actually completely missed her release because I just don't keep up with Disney stuff as much as I used to. I think she's gorgeous, though. This blue dress, or the village dress, I don't know what the proper verbiage for this look is, but it's my favorite Ariel look, next to her being a mermaid, of course. It's also just one of my favorite Disney looks in general, so I'm always happy to see it get some merchandise. And it's actually gotten quite a lot in the last few years, too, so this makes me happy, even if the doll is likely something I will not ever own. Next, a few things from American Girl. I remembered to include them this time around. Clap for me. There's this year's holiday collector doll, the Pink Stardust collector doll, which comes in blonde and brunette versions. Very pretty, and I acknowledge I am easily impressed when it comes to pink and sparkles. The two things that are very, very easy to get compliments from me, but I do think they're genuinely very pretty dolls. They're also 275 doll hairs, which I've always been a little wishy-washy, I guess, about the concept of American Girl collector products. I know it's not necessarily a new concept, but we're seeing a lot more of it lately. And I do think it's smart on some level to market to adults, especially ones who have grown up with American Girl and are, nostalgic for the products, which is exactly why they're making reproductions too. It's just that American Girl products are already so expensive at the baseline level, and making collector-oriented products on top of that comes out to being a lot of money, a lot of doll hairs, and I just wonder if it's necessarily worth it. I mean, I guess so from a business standpoint, but I mean from a consumer standpoint. I also kind of think this could have been a fashion pack, and I feel that way about a lot of the holiday dolls, and collector American Girl dolls in general. But speaking of collector products and fashion packs, also from American Girl, we have the Day to Night Barbie fashion pack, which is obviously a recreation of Day to Night Barbie's iconic outfits made for American Girl dolls. I think this is very cute, actually, and also a pretty interesting way of marketing to adults, like I just spoke about. So I'm not mad at all, except I kind of am, because it costs 75 doll hairs, which I guess is not incredibly unreasonable for American Girl clothes, or maybe it is. It's more than I want to pay, which is all that truly matters. Next, Bratz, the new celebrity collaboration doll, this time being with Karol G. So here's where I admit I am not completely familiar with Karol G. I know of her. I've definitely seen her around, just like on the internet. I know she was in Fortnite. I know she's very popular in Latin America. I hope this doesn't come off like me trying to diminish her popularity or her audience, because I know it's very large. She just hasn't been on my radar, and that's really more of a commentary on me than it is her. I fully expect my Spotify Wrapped this year to be nothing but Tommy February 6 and Idolmaster songs, so I'm not the individual to consult on pop culture when it comes to music. So as to how well Karol G fits the Bratz image, how much synergy there is in this collaboration, I honestly could not say. I think the doll is very cute, everything looks decently well made, I have nothing really bad to say about this doll. I don't think I'm just personally invested, because it's not a celebrity I have a lot of investment in. But I hope her fans enjoy it, which, speaking of, I do hope MGA gets a handle on their international distribution for this release, because it would be really, really disappointing if our primary audience had a difficult time buying her. Next, Monster High, and there's a few different things from them. First is the Harris Reed Witch Weaver collaboration doll, based on the designs and likeness of Harris Reed, who, again, is not someone I am intimately familiar with, but once I did some more research, I realized I had definitely seen their designs and their work before. I definitely think this collaboration is very in the spirit of Monster High, even if I still stand by what I said back when the Off-White collaboration dropped, that Monster High to me is just not a high fashion, runway fashion sort of brand. I still think that. But I also think Reed is definitely someone who embodies the spirit of what Monster High should be representing. And in the interview I watched, he seemed like he had a lot of fun and put a lot of thought into designing the doll. And it's a very gorgeous doll. I mean, it's a collector doll with a mermaid silhouette, yes, but at least it's mermaid pants, not a dress. I love that it's a doll that plays loosely with gender norms. It's a very well-designed doll. They cost $75 on Mattel Creations, which is actually less than I thought. I was assuming they would be around $90 or $100. I still think $75 is a lot, but not totally unreasonable. So overall, I don't know if I'm going to be buying them, but I think it is a pretty successful collaboration. Next, the G3 release of Jennifer Long, who is up for pre-order on Amazon right now. She will officially release on December 1st. I think she looks great. Probably one of the best signature G3 dolls we've seen so far, and I am completely confident in saying that. We've had a lot of really great dolls, you know, Abby and Venus especially, but I always felt like they were just missing something, just an extra something. Whereas Jennifer, to me, feels 100% complete and so well designed. My only nitpick is that I wish she had something in her hair, just like a barrette or a flower, but that's just me. I love her. I know some people are disappointed that her body doesn't have the incredibly ornate sculpting that G1 Jennifer had. She just has the scales on her lower legs and the sculpting on her hands. I understand. I hear you all. I just personally don't mind so much because my dolls wear clothes. So that's not something I really ever see anyways. I think, of course, it's cool to just know it's there, but I also understand why Mattel might have thought it was unnecessary. Not to discredit anyone's criticism, because it is valid. It's just my personal take. But I really love her. I can't wait to get her. Next, also from G3, the Draculaura Vamptastic scooter set. This girl has always got somewhere to go, huh? The scooter looks awesome. I'm not a big collector of like doll vehicles, but I love this scooter. I think it looks so cool. Props to the scooter, tins to the scooter. And you know what? Tins to Count Fabulous too. Draculaura though, I mean, I know she's a playset doll. They're always going to have a slightly lower standard of quality, but I just think she's incredibly underwhelming. Just think back to how cool Ghoulia looked in her scooter outfit in G1, right? This doesn't cut it. And I think Draculaura needs bangs. The Widow's Peak is cute, but I've seen enough of it. Give her bangs. It is probably because of the helmet more than anything, but I still say give her bangs. And last but not least, Rainbow High. It's always a little melancholy to talk about Rainbow High because I used to consistently close these videos out with talking about Rainbow High, like every time. Now it only happens every once in a while. Anyways, the new Creative Crystals line, which features accessories for you to create out of resin, because that's gone so well for MGA thus far, right? No, seriously, let's talk about it. Who are these for? Like, because they use resin, which is very much not something for young children. These are being listed as not being suitable for children under 8 years old because of the resin. But is that not Rainbow High's current target audience? Are they not specifically marketing to younger kids, but now alienating them because they want to include a gimmick they can't partake in? Like, what on earth is going on at MGA? And I don't think these are for an older audience either. For one, fashion dolls with gimmicks are historically a thing for younger children. Yes, older ones and adults can enjoy them too, obviously. But this sort of thing is what you're far more likely to sell to younger children. There's also a lot of plastic clothing pieces too. Skylar's top, Amaya's skirt, and Bella's skirt, they're all fully plastic, which is another thing you'd really only see in dolls for a younger audience. So this is just bizarre. This is a bizarre release. And also one I recommend you buy while you can if you want them, because they're probably going to get recalled. I literally would not be surprised. All that said though, I do think Bella is really cute. You know, the plastic skirt notwithstanding. And I actually think Violet looks good too. Like, MGA actually gave her permission to serve. I know, I'm as surprised as you are. I do wish she wasn't wearing sneakers with this look, but it's fine. Baby steps, Violet. You're learning. And that is everything that I had on my list for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. It is, of course, now your turn to go down there in the comments and tell me all your thoughts. Tell me which dolls you're most excited for, which ones you're getting, which ones you already got, and also which ones you're not getting. Because I support being a hater. As long as you keep it civil and keep it cute. And when you're done with all that, just be sure to like and subscribe for any future fashion doll content. Now go out and get those dolls.